Jerome Powell, the Fed, Joe Biden, and his administration is not working in your favor. The housing market no longer is for you by what they're doing, raising interest rates in the name of saying they are curbing inflation. Now, when they raise these interest rates, only certain companies, certain people are going to be able to benefit from them curbing the inflation. Joe Biden doesn't care if he's elected again. His main goal is to win this war against Russia. And he doesn't care how much your pockets hurt. He doesn't care how much you pay for oil. His only concern is winning something he probably can't even win. And when all is said and done, Russia probably is not even going to need America no more, or all those other European countries. Mark my word. But in this video, I'm going to show you, and we're going to go over some things on how you can benefit and what you must do when they start raising these interest rates and recession and the inflation gets so hard to bear. It's going to get so hard to bear. So keep watching. You have to understand that inflation was already going to come down. Because when prices go too high, people are going to stop buying because they can't afford that price, and prices are going to drop. So what made Jerome Powell and the Fed tamper with the economy and raise the rates 6% and probably even more in a few months? Here's the answer. The reason why they raised the rates was to keep a certain amount of people from gaining wealth. This is a wealth grab. They wanted to grab the wealth and hinder those individuals from grabbing wealth. Now you say, why would they want to hinder you from grabbing wealth? Because they want you to work more and more, longer and longer, and jobs that you wouldn't regularly work. That's why they tampered with the economy and said they was doing it in the name of inflation. Inflation handles itself. It's basically like you selling something on Amazon or eBay and the price is too high and nobody buys it, nobody looks at it. What you gonna do? You're gonna end up cutting the price anyway because it's too high. That's all inflation would have handled itself. But now we see that when he raises the rates, it's only going to benefit companies and individuals that can afford those rates and higher prices. And the builders are in on it too, because every home that they're building is about $500,000, 400,000. So who's going to be able to afford those prices for those homes? It's only people with money. The lower class and the middle class are going to get ripped apart. And then you're going to see companies that come in because they can afford to buy it. They don't have any competition out there when they're buying homes right now because the rates are so high and people cannot afford that monthly payment. And here's another factor. HOA, the HOA fees are going to go up. Property taxes are going to go up. Homeowners insurance is going to go up. So the only people that can afford it is those big investors and these big companies that's going to put people that need wealth, that need homes, in a situation where they're only going to have to rent. They're only going to have to rent. And there's two vehicles in the U.S. that builds wealth, and that's stocks and that's real estate. So if you can crash the stock market and hinder people from retiring, and then crash the housing market and hinder people from grabbing wealth and grabbing money, then who are you really trying to benefit? Because there's only going to be certain companies and certain individuals that's going to be able to benefit in this economy. And you're saying you're doing it in the name of trying to curb inflation. I'm not trying to curb inflation. Because what's going to happen in the next few months? They're saying he's going to bring the rates back down. All right, if you bring the rates back down, we're still going to have inflation. We're still going to have a lot of homes in the market that's going to get slashed big time. We're seeing $70,000 to $50,000 price cuts on homes. So they're not raising rates to benefit you. So how you can take advantage in this market? Well, you can watch my next video, and it's dealing with either having a real estate license or doing creative financing. Yes, there's deals out there that you can do with no money. If you know how to put a deal together, you will always have money. All right. It's either that or you're going to become a renter. You have to think out of the traditional box of purchasing a home, because the traditional way of purchasing a home is getting destroyed and is getting ripped apart. So basically, we're just going to see a lot of institutional and big investors come into the housing market, take over, and rent it out to people. We're basically going into a renter's nation. And if you don't know how to do creative deals, creative financing, and know how to find those deals in the home market, if you don't have enough money to pay that high price, that $400,000 to that $500,000 to get that new home or to get a home, you're gonna be left out. Yes, they're doing price cuts. Or you're gonna have to get with a savvy realtor such as myself, who knows how to do price negotiations and get you in that house at the price that it should be. My information is in the description below. Feel free to reach out. Thank you. The future is looking bleak. The future is what you make it.